I guess this is like the inaugural in-person episode, shall we say?
Yes.
Yeah, so we got some extra audio just before of us messing around with the camcorder, but welcome to episode 8 of Low Activation Energy.
I thought it was episode 9.
No, we're on episode 8. This is number 8. 8's my lucky number. It just happened to align that way, but intros?
Sure. Should we go with her? Should we intro ourselves
Yeah,
too?
just intro ourselves.
Okay, so I'm Elizabeth, the voice behind the screen that is majoring in econ and data science and usually kind of more pessimistic about life.
I'm Carolyn. We have covered in the past that I use like too often, so I will be on the like count or the like watch this time around. And
I'm Gene. I'm a lecturer in the statistics department. I have taught these two in College 101 last quarter, and somehow I ended up here.
yeah, he's the G. He's
He
actually
is.
the G.
He's actually our superhero.
Yeah.
Favorite teacher ever.
So far.
Wait, I think she's just pandering to the audience
I
right now.
really am.
Audience of one. But
I was saying in text, I was like, we have to mention he's the G, like who he is. Like we need to give all the background as to why we needed him on the podcast.
yeah, should we give that background right now, maybe?
Okay.
Because we were like saying we need an origin. You know how they usually do the origin episode by episode 2 of a podcast?
I have to be honest, I've never really listened to podcasts in my life.
This will be the first. This
Yeah.
will be the
Yes.
first for Gene. But no, it only took us 2 months to get around to an origin episode, and we were like, the timing just has to converge. We have to get Gene onto this episode, and we have to make it like live and in person. So that's the milieu of why this episode is happening now and how it's happening the way that it
Who
is.
actually uses the word milieu?
Me, my English teacher in 9th grade. Isn't it the great word, milieu? I can never figure out how you need to spell it, but that's besides the point. Do you want to give them some of the context? Maybe you can talk about why or how you started teaching College 101, and then we can also talk about how we found each other through College 101.
So my official title is I'm the Marie Ann Burkhardt HNS Lecturer in Undergraduate Studies. So I believe it is one of 8 endowed college lecturer positions. So what it means is, so generally the college programs are taught by everyone in the college program or college department under VPUE, but then there are a select few who are in outside departments that teach college stuff. And out of those people, I think there's 8 endowed positions, and I happen to get the first one. So the reason that I actually switched from the math department to the stats department was they told me that they were getting a position like this, and so if I wanted job security, I can come over to the statistics department and then teach College 101 for the rest of my life. It's like, so at first it was like a necessity, but then, so I was like, honestly, really dreading teaching this course for the first time. But it turned out that it's pretty chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the professor also chooses to make the course chill.
Yeah, I mean, look, like, no one actually wants to do all the readings, but I think there's still like a lot of stuff to take away in College 101. Like, whether you actually read the stuff and then bring in some discussion points, or you kind of skim and like you bullshit your way through it, both I think are very important life skills to have. But that's why kind of let it slide as long as you make an effort. There are some people, like actually you had one in each of your classes, there were very terrible people to be around.
What?
Oh!
I didn't think you were gonna go there. I thought you were gonna say someone
Yeah.
who read every reading.
Yeah,
and was
yeah.
like
No,
present
I'm
every
talking about them.
class.
I'm talking about people that made zero effort.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I think I know your.
I know who you're
I
talking
also-
about.
No, you know who in your class, and you know who in your class.
I know both
Actually,
classes.
your class had 2. Well, let's say 1.5.
Okay.
Did mine have 2 or 1.5? Or just 1?
Just 1.
Just the 1?
Yeah.
The 1?
Yeah.
Are we
E
thinking
one.
of the same person?
We're
We're
all
I think,
thinking of the
honestly,
same
I think
person.
this person also did make an effort sometimes.
No.
No.
But anyway, because like what I also talked about, I think I actually called one of the students out in your class was, yeah, sure, like none of the stuff that you actually read in College 101 will be directly applicable in a job setting or in any professional setting, but a lot, like, I think you learn how to communicate in a non-technical way by reading all these classical works, where we're trying to talk through these issues.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, yeah, sure. Like you might turn out to be a really good like AI engineer, but you're gonna have no idea how to talk to normal people. Like, you're not gonna be able to communicate to your PM.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have like name dropped college before in a more professional setting. I think I was talking to someone maybe over winter break, but somehow the conversation had deviated to how do you make sense of your placement in relation to other people? And so, do you remember Selfless and Determined?
Yeah, that was a pretty good week.
Yeah.
Week 5.
Yeah, I name dropped those texts. Who were the authors?
Sapolsky and
yeah.
It's just so funny because I always remember Sapolsky, but I never remember the other one.
Other ones, like the last name is just not memorable enough. But I was referencing.
It starts with an L. It's like
Levitt.
Laurie.
Yeah. But yeah, I name dropped them in a professional context, and it made for a nice conversation. And almost to that point, I think the most valuable thing that I took away from college was,
And I just take deep breaths.
Okay. Are you like being meditative right now?
He said, "Let me zone out."
Yeah. Wait, it's okay. That's just like cosmic retribution. But I do think the most important thing that I took away though is more so this ability to know how to engage with a seminal piece of text, but more so not necessarily with the text, but how other people interpret what we're reading together. And I think broadly, maybe that's also why they choose to have College 101 at the very beginning of our Stanford journeys when everyone is kind of new to Stanford and we don't really know what's going on. It's because everyone is going through the same stage of life at the same time. And so I think College 101 is just like a microcosm of that applied in academic context.
Because I think the goal of college programs is to have all the first quarter frosh have like a common experience. Like I think they're in a dream world. They'll get together in dining hall every week and talk about the works that they read. But in reality, they're probably talking shit about like how much College 101 sucks. But it's still something to bond
It's
over.
like a bonding experience, yeah. I was curious. We weren't supposed to get into this until like way later. And we were also supposed to talk about the origins, but for us, what were your predictions on whether or not we would actually read the texts?
I just assumed no one actually read everything.
That's a good assumption.
Yeah.
Or like to what percent?
Because I always like when I'm dealing with other people, I just always assume the worst. Because I prefer to be pleasantly surprised rather than be disappointed.
Interesting.
But what was unique about College 101, especially as I've now taken College 102, like, we
How's
need
that
to
going?
explain what each of the college courses mean. It's drastically different. I selected another lecturer or professor that wasn't specifically kind of with the college department, and he's at the GSB. And so he emphasizes kind of the readings every week, and then it almost feels as if every week we reach the same themes, the same concepts, the same debates, and that's quite different to what our classes were about, because I feel as if every week in our college courses were like completely different. You're talking about a completely different subject, and like the readings kind of had a better theme to like tie around each week. Are you in college at the moment?
I'm also in College 102. I kind of know what you mean in that it's like the same, because also the overall thematic, I guess, positioning of the course is the same. It's like citizenship and like what role do we play in society as citizens, and just like in a different font. But I also thought that we had a lot of through lines in my class. We were referencing similar things from week to week, and we'd be like, oh my god, do you remember from last week when so and so mentioned this thing? Because also we had a really long conversation about, should I name drop? But someone in our class wanted to transfer. I think we held on to that theme for quite a while.
He actually decided not to transfer.
Yeah.
Did he not? That's good.
No, he didn't, yeah. I actually didn't know this. I fully assumed things would be transferring.
No, I think that was actually a really good conversation, I think, because that was like week 7 or week 8 when we were talking about belonging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a really deep week.
He was thoughtful about when he was going to bring it up.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. We had a couple of deep weeks.
Yeah, like so one of the questions that your class actually really absorbed into was the I think it was started off as a pretty shallow question that I asked. Is like, you should think about why people hang out with you.
Oh, I love that question. Kind of like what makes you tick? What
Like all
makes
this
Yeah.
evaluation.
why do others like you, dislike you?
Yeah, because I think that's like the essence of social interaction, and like as you get older and older, you kind of like, you'll do this too. I'm not saying this is being selfish. It's just like you don't have time or energy to be nice to everyone or like to make an effort to be nice to everyone, and so and like then as you get older and like go through like maybe grad school and like or professional circles, you'll just realize at some point be like, man, like what happened to like all the people I hung out with in college and high school, and you'll realize that everyone you hang out with is pretty similar.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, I tend to think of friendships as having almost distinct seasons. Well, maybe this is also just because the way that my friendships have happened so far, they've happened at very stratified points in my life. Like, my college friends
Yeah.
are different from my high school friends, and one of my friends actually came to visit me this past weekend, and hanging out with her, I was like, wow, I'm slipping into my old Carolyn skin. But I don't know if that's just me being like a psychotic social engineer or what.
No, it's just you branch out in college, right? Yeah.
No, I returned home for some weekends this
Mhm.
quarter, and I noticed the minute I step back into my house, I regress. I start studying less. The sleep schedule changes, and my entire personality and kind of the way I move is like completely different. And it's so inconvenient to kind of return home and come back and try to get immediately back into kind of the flow of things.
Yeah, I think there's an episode from How I Met Your Mother about this. I forget what they call it, but like something regression.
Oh, really?
Yeah, where like all the main characters they go back to their like younger selves when they run into someone from high school.
Oh, yeah.
It's true. It's because we actually learned about this in College 102, but the concept is you have, what was it, Aristotle's levels of friendship,
Oh, yes.
right? You have different types of friendships that serve different types of functions, and it usually is in your best interest because the majority of your friendships will fall more in the amicable category, where it's in your best interest to get along with the other person, for you to align yourself to whatever their expectations are, because that's just generally easier all around for everyone, right? As opposed to maybe stirring the pot and bringing up more discourse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just non-confrontational by nature.
Yeah. Would you call yourself? I think you're non-confrontational.
I'm very non-confrontational.
Yeah. Wait, also, like, Gene was saying that he was worried about job stability. Gene fully has never been at fear of having job instability.
I fully agree with
Bro,
this.
colleges have been fighting for him to be at their school for the past, like, 2 decades.
Yes. Can we get like a background
Yes.
story? Because I think throughout freshman year, I think the question of what's your favorite class been thus far has always come up when kind of adults outside of Stanford are kind of curious how my life has been. And I always go, well, freshman fall, I had this very interesting class with this very interesting lecturer who's done X, X, and X. And I think like where we can even start is he'd gone to Rutgers University and he had 3 degrees when he left.
Yeah, so I mean, I can just give like the short spiel that I give to people I meet on the golf course.
Oh, so he just golfs and he gambles and that.
Yeah,
I don't really gamble anymore, but yeah. So I was born in Michigan, and then I lived in Korea and New Zealand as a kid.
Wait, New Zealand?
Yeah. That's,
You didn't mention that
no,
one.
I lived in Auckland for 2 years. 1 year in Takapuna, 1 year in Mount Eden.
I should go to New Zealand this summer.
Yeah, you should.
It's
She
okay.
has the option to.
It's
Potentially.
summer as in like summer here.
Summer here.
Yeah,
Which
it's gonna kind of be chilly. But yeah.
It's okay, I'm from
But
Jersey.
like it doesn't snow.
Okay.
But like the kind of funny thing is it actually feels colder because of the lack of freezing temperatures, the houses and apartments aren't as insulated.
Oh, okay, that's a little bit tragic.
Well,
I would potentially be going August, September.
September will be gorgeous.
I don't know yet.
Anyway, but yeah, I grew up in New Jersey. I went to middle school, high school, and college. So I went to Rutgers where I studied math, physics, and electrical engineering. And then I started my PhD at UCLA. I dropped out after 3 years because I was playing too much poker. And then finished my PhD at USC. I taught there for a year, and then I've been teaching at Stanford for 7 years now. And yeah, so I always joke that I'm probably the best and also the worst person to teach college, because one, like I just don't have the the eloquence, I believe, to like lead to like discuss all this material in depth. But I think I also have like a very unique path to where I got compared to my colleagues at the university. Because like I think everyone here are just like they study their ass off like they're like all through their life. Like they're really passionate about their research, and then get their jobs here. And I feel like I took so many detours along the way. But I think those detours have made me interesting to a lot of people because I just have a lot of stuff to talk about that they're just completely not used to.
Mm.
Yeah.
What would you say are the main threads of conversation that you run?
So in high school, I used to be very introverted. Like I hated talking to people. And then when I started playing poker, I kind of realized that small talk is very important. And what I discovered throughout, the years is a lot of people just watch stuff. So it turns out that I do actually love watching TV shows and movies. There's always something to talk about. Like I think we talked about The Good Place like the second weekend or something like that. And I actually just finished rewatching that last week.
Oh, did you like it?
I love that show.
Wait, the ending made me a little.
I agree.
I thought it dragged on for a little bit too long.
Yeah, but like it was actually only 4 seasons though.
Young Sheldon passed by in a blink of an eye. I love Young Sheldon.
So Young Sheldon actually gets a lot of hate, but I think Young Sheldon is a really good TV
It's
show.
really good. The writing is good.
The writing's good, and it
characters
actually
are dear.
touches on a lot of subjects that most TV shows don't touch on.
Like which ones?
Like teen pregnancy, like that kind of stuff like never comes up in like normal way, especially sitcoms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I also love that it doesn't have laugh track.
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like loss of faith,
Yeah.
regaining faith, dysfunctional sometimes family dynamics. Yeah, there is a lot, but it also managed to be funny.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Anyway, where were we? Poker.
Yeah, no, like I just developed like skills like over the years of playing poker to kind of talk about anything. So here we are.
Interesting.
Why did you choose to take it with Jean?
I initially entered Stanford wanting to be a stats major, learned that they don't have that here, and then saw that Jean was the only College 101 lecturer that was sort of maybe in my niche, could maybe know a bit more about the technical side of Stanford that I wanted to learn more about as a freshman, and so enrolled in the class not knowing what I was going to get into because I didn't know what OnCourse was or Carta. I didn't know how to like search up courses. So I just went in blind and registered and got quite lucky. What about you?
I still don't know what Carta is.
Carta's like the old OnCourse, supposedly.
Oh, okay.
That's like our rate my professor situation.
No, I'm on-course native.
Oh, are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I got onto OnCourse before enrollment.navigate.stanford.edu fully. Yeah. But I think how did I choose Jean? I think I fully just looked at the from New Jersey and I went, yep, sounds about right.
Oh, good.
Wait, I was willing to do anything to have an easy time in college, and I was like, you know what, maybe if there's like a kinship from being from New Jersey, then I can lean into that.
If
So very
anything.
superficial reasons. Very, very superficial reasons, but
But there's nothing wrong with being superficial.
yeah.
Like we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's actually how we met. Because she had no clue what she was getting into. I had no clue what I was walking out of. And so I think was it the very first college class?
It was the very first college
Maybe
class.
you should give the recollection because I don't remember it very well.
Yeah, because we only actually became better friends, I would say, this quarter.
Yeah.
Nice.
We got trapped in a car together. And so we found ourselves in the back seat, kind of trauma bonding in a way. Then immediately after our first 10-minute conversation, Carolyn went, "Do you want to come to my birthday party tomorrow?" I attended. I met, turns out we have some good mutuals, chatted more, and then we said, oh, we should actually meet up one day. So we did, and this evolved from that. But the first day of College 101 I came to class like 8 minutes early, so I was awkwardly just standing outside the door because I kind of had a feeling there were people inside. And then all of you file out, and Carolyn was one of the final people to leave the room. She was like, "You won't believe what you're about to get into." Like, get ready. No, it wasn't anything that crazy, but it was like one short sentence that was like, "Oh my gosh, Jean," and then out you went. And so I was so scared to go in. And actually, my impression of the class was a bit negative after my after the first session, because I was like, oh darn, my lecturer like doesn't care about the subject whatsoever. Like, oh my goodness, this is kind of going to be a slog to get through. We didn't even have enough content to cover the class, so he let us out 35 minutes early to do the very first day.
Generally, like first day, like my teaching stamina is like not there.
Wait, we went the full like.
Yeah, no, because I'm just like after the first lecture, I'm like, oh, we go home.
Wait, I also
I'm
wasn't
hungry.
there. I wasn't there for the full class.
Yeah,
either,
you walked in
actually.
late.
Yeah.
Why did you walk in late?
I think I got lost. I fully got lost because when you put, I think Wallenberg into course nav, it took me to the middle of the oval, or took me into the middle of where all the Rodin sculptures are, Memorial Court.
Oh,
Yeah, I fully was just circling the court for ages, and I had no clue where I was going. And then I walked in late, and it was pretty chill.
Yeah, but that's on brand for you. So this was really...
Yeah, this is actually very on brand. I
setting up a
never
pattern.
wait for me 5 minutes late at the school is like 5 minutes early, or just like right on time. Because my thing is, I love to be maximally efficient, and because nothing gets done in the first 5 minutes of class, I'm like, oh, I'm coming when we're actually getting to the content, and so I'm just like maximizing my time.
But you
Yeah,
should
so
communicate
I
with the
started waiting 5 minutes until you walked in to start.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
No. Wait, I wasn't late. After that day, I wasn't late anymore. So I knew where I was going, and I have math section that was 6 minutes away. So normally it was actually 4 minutes early. That's the thing. Wait, because do you remember when we met in Lathrop, that was my first memory of you.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
and then like the following week, or actually no, was that the same day?
I
It
don't
was the
remember.
exact same
Yeah.
day, an hour later, or maybe an hour and a half, depending on when I got out. I went to Lathrop to go pick up an Apple Pencil, and Carolyn stopped me in the Lathrop Tech Center. For what reason, I don't remember. But look
I
at
don't
you,
remember.
social butterfly.
Wait, I was just a different breed, fall quarter. One of my best friends at Stanford right now, I fully met her because I took a seat next to her. One of our, do you know, what's it called, ETL something, the Entrepreneurial Thought Leader Seminar, I don't know. But
Terrible.
it was, I can't be saying this on camera. It was an interesting experience. But I fully just like plopped myself down in the seat, and then I looked over and I was like, oh my god, is that the Math 51P set? And that fully was her first memory of me.
Which, again, is on brand. I'm loving this.
That's what it is, yeah.
Nice.
So that's how I remember meeting you. And then I also remember it was one of the, because I didn't see you around for a long time after.
No, I would not see you ever.
Yeah. But then I saw, because I came in the very last day, because I think I missed our last session of class, but then I heard that there was food. So I went for the second session.
That's right.
And then that's where I saw you were wearing like a cute pair of jeans or something.
Oh,
And then I
thank you.
called them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my recollection. So here we are.
Yeah. Not even in the same class,
Not
but
even in the same class.
friendship finds its ways.
Yeah. Do you think you had any students in I feel like each class had its own separate characteristics, right? Both the characteristics as a whole and also the characters. Do you think any of the characters actually belonged in one class as opposed to the other?
Never really thought about that.
I feel like you could put Daryl anywhere.
Yeah.
We're really name dropping.
Wait, yeah,
But
sorry.
if it makes you feel better, so we have previous episodes, and I feel like the camera makes us more cognizant of this. Previous to this, we were going like Stacy, Adam, Tracy, like we were throwing everything out, so it's fully okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's hard to just like put people in the other class, because I think the people in there was kind of what made the vibes of each class. And like your two classes have very different vibes.
Yeah, I was
Just
super
describe
talkative though.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember if I was. I think I gave the one-liner when I needed to.
She was always morally opposed to something.
See, the thing is, the very first day, the way that I introduced myself, I was like, I'm morally opposed to printing, and then ever since then, I just became known as the girl who's morally opposed to things. I don't really have morals.
She's creating. You're creating.
Yeah, you're from
branding.
Jersey.
Yeah, I didn't mean for that to become my brand, so to speak. But I fear I never really escaped it either. I just kind of let it happen.
Yeah, there's someone that never learned your name.
I was just the morally opposed. Do you remember who that was? Wait, I also thought Marco's name was Marcus from the longest time.
That's right.
So
That was hilarious.
it's okay.
But we have Marcus.
Yeah, I know, and I thought your Marcus was in my class, but there was a guy named Marco in my class in Paris.
Oh yeah,
so
Mark was actually in STES 100.
Oh, is he actually?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, what were we saying?
Each class had their own identity.
How would you describe them broadly?
So I think your class was actually much more introspective, and self-reflecting.
I like to think.
The conversations in your class was actually really good, from weeks 4 and on. Your class was
our class was so surface level. It add interesting tidbits about life.
I heard you guys had rage baiters. There
Yes.
was this one girl who said that she was always playing a bit, and from what I got, she was a psychotic, I don't know, needed to be in a
actually
psych ward.
hilarious.
Yeah. Because I would actually get upset sometimes. I was like, I need to calm down.
No, but your class had characters. Doc was hilarious.
Oh, yeah, Doc's my neighbor. We were dorm mates. It's so funny still running into him.
Really,
Jonathan was good.
Oh, yeah. I don't see that man ever. Just around. But Eric I now do. So
Yeah, and Eric actually, I'm pretty sure did almost all the readings.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't strike me as the type, but also I'm thinking of,
Ethan.
yeah. We all know.
You are borderline racism.
Is it twice today? I would clocked twice today. Radically raging racist.
2 Koreans.
Yeah. How am I supposed to be morally opposed to things when I'm a radically raging racist? I ask this of you. I also apparently am
I've met racists with morals.
Interesting. Well, I also am a trespasser of private property.
You are.
I am.
We learned this from you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was ridiculous. You just walked onto
Wait, because
a private golf course.
I wrote an article about this too. I was debriefing my experience. And my friend and I, we were at an open house, and then we fully just looked down the hill, and there was the golf course. And we were like, yeah. And then the only reason I got kicked off was because we were both wearing shorts, and there was a dress code.
That was the sole reason? Because otherwise you guys would have fit right in, of course.
Yeah, without golf clubs.
Yeah.
We were just walking around. You could just be walking
It's frowned upon.
to walk around in shorts.
Private course.
Yeah. So I went
Also,
out
if
to
you
the-
walk around, you can get hit by golf balls.
We were walking on the paved sidewalks.
Yeah.
They're
Golf-
paved.
golf-
The golf courses don't know that the
Yeah, golf balls hit
floor
car
is
paths all the time.
Did I tell you this one time? I was at the Stanford driving range and I didn't know how to get on. And there's this one entrance by the parking lot, but there's also this one entrance from the side. And so I fully was walking around the hedge. And I was walking alongside the hedge, and apparently my head could have gotten whacked off.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just not meant to be on golf courses.
No, I recommend against it.
Yeah, supposedly. Okay, so that was more or less how we met,
Yeah,
how we reached this stage,
for sure.
what role Gene Kim had to play in it.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you make of this development?
Yeah, because we
I see it.
really I feel like we wouldn't have seen
No, I
the
think you
friends.
both really enjoy talking about pointless things.
Ah!
I mean pointless things as in not every conversation needs to have a purpose.
But the purpose is to make ourselves feel better, and we gain utility from nothing.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
But according to Miss Maximize Productivity, that would be incongruent to what he said. She needs to get some benefit to make it through the day.
Wait, I think there's also just some merit to, and this is almost similar to how relationships function as well, but sometimes you do them just for the sake of doing them and you get personal enjoyment from that, and that's completely okay.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell myself more often now that I can have hobbies that are purely just hobbies that I do for fun. There doesn't need to be utility attached to them.
We talked about this in the
No,
podcast,
that's for fun is utility.
Yeah.
but we came
Which
to the
is
conclusion
the
that
interesting
she doesn't.
dynamic, yeah.
We came to the conclusion that we both have not picked up hobbies that are purely for enjoyment. Both of us have identified hobbies that are productive for other aspects
Yes,
of life.
yeah.
So you're really
Bad. Which is bad.
yeah, we haven't identified our single thing yet.
Yeah. I want to get into badminton.
Oh, wait, we should go play. I'm bad at it, but we can,
Wait,
we
I'm
can make
so
some.
bad, but I'm super competitive too for no reason.
Perfect. Because
Yeah.
badminton's it's kind of like easy ping pong. It's like a ping pong of tennis.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
It's like
Requires
it'll be
very
fun.
little upper body strength, which works for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll make it work.
Anyway, we got sidetracked. What were we saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just
Personal
thinking.
stuff.
I was thinking, I remember enjoying badminton, and then I got to play with some like really good people, and I was like, man, that kind of just ruined the game for me.
Yeah.
Wait, because they're doing like the lateral squats and like the
Wait,
sides.
you know what it is? Oh my god, it's so much more. But when they get the racket, I need to stand up for this. And they scoop up the birdie and they like serve from the same motion. Insane. My dad can do
that you can just do in practice.
Yeah.
No, my dad can do it. He's really good at that. Wait, it
Okay.
makes me very, very like that makes me envious. But that's almost besides the point. Wait, when did you get into football? Why do you have Eli Manning's signature on your wall?
Because he's the GOAT.
But you're the GOAT.
Yeah, you're the
Eli's the GOAT.
So you are trying to pit the Manning brothers against each other.
No, this is from the really famous helmet catch from the 2008 Super Bowl.
Did you meet him on the course or something?
No. It's just like a picture with his autograph that I bought.
You bought the autograph.
Yeah.
That sounds a little bit parasocial to me.
How would you feel if we gave you something signed, but we forged the signature?
Yeah, wait,
But you
how
can tell
would you
other
feel?
people
Wait,
that
how
it
would
was
you
real.
feel if we just forged your signature and like
Oh,
pasted it on
yes,
on
and
your
we have
face?
one hung up because we're gonna room together next year. We'll put it in our room.
You know the giant pit bull flags? We just get one of Gene Kim's face.
No, so I mean, my signature is actually relatively hard to forge.
We love a challenge.
Yeah, go for it.
You can do it. I don't even know. Is it like cursive? Is it like very intricate, or what's the situation there?
So what's kind of funny is that I used to practice my signature in high school because I thought I was gonna be like a good baseball player.
I thought you were a swimmer.
Yeah.
I was way better at swimming, but I like baseball a lot more than swimming.
Wait, I fully thought he was going to be a mathematician. Also, Gene Kim dropped the ball on the fact that he also chose to get an art history minor at some point down the line.
Yes.
Yeah, because art history is great.
Well, he also dropped the ball on the fact that he was major gambler statistician who was paid by quant firms for his algorithms.
That too.
This is
You
true.
know that? Wait, you haven't heard about this? It was
Wait, I
like
probably have.
Yeah, there's a lot of detours in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is insane. He was really good at sports gambling. Have you been kind of barred from casinos? Or that sort of situation?
No. It's because I only went to casinos to play poker. So poker, you're playing against other people, and casino takes a rake.
Mhm.
And so generally, casinos don't really care.
Are you familiar with Scott McEwen?
Econ dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been barred from casinos. Are you kind of in the same gambling? Oh yeah, he's a gambler.
No, so just generally, people get bored from casinos for counting cards.
Yeah, and that's like blackjack.
Yeah, so which is kind of ludicrous in my opinion because you're not really flipping the EV that much.
Mm-hmm.
So in fact, if you like this stuff, there's a YouTube channel called Stephen Bridges that you should go watch. So he's a British guy. He's a part of a card counting group where he goes around various U.S. casinos, and he wears like a pinhole camera here, and you can see how quickly the Vegas casinos especially kind of catch them, even though they have a pretty elaborate strategy.
Mm-hmm. Because is he like in disguise?
Yeah, no. So these guys all like wear like beards and like wigs and stuff,
Yeah.
but they still get caught based on their betting patterns.
That's doing too much, guys. That's doing too much.
Yeah.
Wait, can we also talk about how Gene Kim is just like a local celebrity on campus? Before he came in, you were like, we have the room booked from like 3:30 to 4:30, and it was packed, bro.
They were
Happened to be office
multiple
hours.
We had to kick them out. We were like, see you
We
later.
is a strong word. Carolyn really was a go for that. Carolyn, we were just
Carolyn
like,
kind of
gotta
just
go.
herded them out.
Because first she was like, guys, can you move out of these chairs so that we can film? And then she was like, guys, we're gonna move out of the room. It was like step by step.
Yeah, progressively. And I think that they have the choice, but they really don't. That's the secret to people. Give them the choice of autonomy, but it's really not a choice.
And I'm curious, so in office hours, do people ever ask you about content
Or do they just like,
matters? Or is it just like regular?
yeah, or do they just come to like Gene Kim and like, he's back! Do you want to say hi to
Yes,
the potty?
wait, join
Wait, come. We were just talking about you like 50 seconds
We were
ago.
literally just talking about you.
We were talking about the fact that you actually did the college readings. Good job.
Did it.
You didn't?
I did it.
Because
Good
you
job.
did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were like one of the maybe like 5. Wait, who in my class do you think actually? Do you think I ever
Oh,
did that?
Dare definitely did.
Darrow? I know, I don't think he ever did.
Wait, I don't think you're
I think he just has as much
I
as
was
on top of
afraid.
his tongue. Yeah.
Well, he did a really good job of.
Yeah.
I think Tony.
Guys, this is Eric.
I think Tony did some of the readings,
I'm gonna take
Okay.
some more chocolate.
and surprisingly, I think Ethan did some of the readings.
Wait, so we're not referencing the same person. Do you remember how like there were like horrible people? Like, I think that.
She's saying that she thinks this Ethan.
Wait.
No, Ethan
was the character.
was great for the class.
Oh, he was really funny. He was.
Yeah,
really
no,
funny.
Ethan actually.
Wait, so who was a horrible person?
Ethan was probably the second person, or like the person that did the most like self-reflecting.
Actually, yeah, that was. He had a
after
great
Daryl.
character arc. He went from staring at a wall, playing Clash Royale with the wall, to fully like bringing in the introspective elements of the conversations. Wait, so who was the horrible person? Because like he's the most textbook.
Yeah.
Oh, why do you know?
She's my good friend. Literally,
Oh, no.
when we had an assignment where you had to come into office hours and speak with Jean, and Cameron and I came together. Like, we were like this. Like, so that's why I knew her.
Oh, okay.
Like, she didn't give anything.
Okay. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. Interesting. Okay, we might need to wrap soon.
We might. Okay,
I
so
need
what
to
is
wrap.
something? Oh, final thing we can end on. Check-in. So during fall quarter, something you shared with us was that you were maybe not feeling the passion of teaching in our fall quarter because you weren't kind of getting like good feedback. You feel like students weren't buying into it. And so what's your relationship with teaching at the moment?
I think a lot of us are trying to adjust to the Gen AI era because like they had talked about this to both your classes numerous times, where the level of critical thinking has dropped significantly. Like you have people coming into office hours or describing themselves as good prompters.
Oh, who did that?
Do you think we're better conversationalists, or do you think we're better prompters?
I think you're better conversationalists.
Yes.
Good job.
Okay, that was a bad high five.
It's okay. There'll be more high fives.
I mean, I like picking on Eric because Eric's really good at. He's also a really good conversationalist.
Is he a better prompter?
No. I think he really thinks about things a lot.
Think.
Good job.
Like him and Ethan are like very similar, but also very different.
So
you're
he's
saying
the raging racer.
No. They're like the things they think about, like how
Well, she thought that too.
They actually give me very similar energies. See? Because Ethan would have responded.
I
He would
think
have been
he's
like,
judging you pretty hard right now.
Wait, and their names would start with E. Sometimes that's like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes that's all I can really like do. I don't know. Like word associations, similar energy. He fully just like he could have just like if Ethan.
I mean, I get it for a while, like because both you and Cameron, the 7-letter words starting with C and N.
Yeah.
I would like kind of flip flop between the two.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apparently I'm also a horrible person. So according to Gene Cam.
Well, I mean, you're.
Wait, where does this
right?
podcast
Wait, I've been
go?
given horrible
I
person
don't
too.
know.
This is our
Or do you just
like the
keep
people in
it?
my dorm are fully like listen, questionable.
No, I think we talked about this. Didn't I ask you like week 3 to be like more rage baity?
Me? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he did, but I didn't give much after that.
Yeah.
I wasn't buying into it.
Because you can just like tell by the eyes whether someone's like a.
Whoa!
Like, no.
It's in the eye.
So someone has a lot of like stuff inside.
He just called you repressed,
Yeah.
girl.
He said,
Oh my
"Grow."
goodness. Wait, so any last words for us? Wait, give us your first impressions and then like your current impressions.
Oh, I love this. But he's gonna soup it up because he's Mr. Conversationalist and he doesn't want us to leave dejected.
No, I think
Do you think
you'd be brutally honest.
will you be candid with us?
He needs to be.
Okay, so first impression, I was like, it's all in the eyes, right? Like I knew like you can be really fun,
Oh, great.
yeah, but it's look very reserved.
That was I did feel reserved. I was like, this
Right?
place. I felt like the classroom was not for me. I was like, this space is not.
Yeah, no. So like, if I remember correctly, like within the first and second week, I kind of picked on Eric a lot. And
I think you kept that throughout the entire quarter.
Yeah, but because Eric was like really willing to discuss the materials.
Yeah.
And then
Guys, I actually need to run.
yeah,
It's fun to say the provocative stuff that are not necessarily
So,
wrong.
guys,
That's what
we
that's
mentioned
what
the rage
Ethan did
baiters.
too.
You are the rage
Ethan did the
baiter.
same thing.
No, he's
Also,
not really a rage
Ethan
Ethan did
baiter.
the same thing.
I wasn't
No.
saying stuff to make people mad. I'm just
Yeah.
saying things that are not necessarily the best things to say,
Interesting.
but I still believe it.
Okay, wait, guys, I really gotta run. Okay, so reserved,
Yes.
and then could have had potential for rage baiting.
And then
I'm morally opposed.
And you're morally
Where does
opposed
this
to things
podcast go?
our Spotify, and then we're also gonna make a Substack out of the
Yeah,
content.
wait, I'm gonna end the recording soon. Wait,
Okay.
so I'm morally opposed and
Yeah, just very ditzy.
ditzy. That's even worse
All
than
over
lovely.
the place.
Oh my gosh.
I still think that.
I prefer
Wait, 'cause
whimsical.
she just has a lot of things going on.
No, I just prefer whimsical. That's
Like very just walking around outside looking at things.
Whoa. Okay.
No.
Well,
Well, maybe.
time to run to power yoga. Actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone's leaving dejected.
Yeah.
But
Wait, no, it's
anyway,
okay.
Thank you for speaking to us. We will be back unrecorded and without an ulterior motive in the future.
Sounds good.
It'll be fun. Okay. Gotta run, gang.